Welcome to the American Dream TV. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs. This is a show based on lifestyle, culture, and real estate. Today we are headed to San Francisco, and we're going to meet with Derek and Julia Kulda as they are featured for us this month. Let's check out this episode.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
If you're okay with living in a home that does not suit your personal lifestyle needs, do not watch this video.
Why, Juliet?
Because, Kat, we're going to go today to a beautiful vacant lot in Portola Valley and talk about what it looks like to build your own dream home, customized to all of your wants and needs.
Wow, right here in the heart of Silicon Valley?
Exactly. We're also going to visit Stanford University. We're going to meet the woman behind the man that created the GPS. Wow. I mean, think of all the technology that we have today that started right here in Silicon Valley. Speaking of which, my phone is driving me crazy. If it rings one more time, I don't know if I'm going to get through this.
Juliet, why don't you go a day without your phone?
Wow, a day without my iPhone? Kat, you've got to be kidding me. I don't even know what that looks like. Okay, I'll do it. If you do it, it will be a lot harder on you than me.
No.
Oh, yeah. Fine. If I'm doing it, you're doing it. All right, we're going to go without our iPhones today. Let's go.
Anybody have any idea where Kat and Juliet are? We're getting ready today for our interview with Anna Marie Spilker at Stanford in front of the engineering building. I've been calling them all morning.
Well, hey, Judy. So sorry I'm late.
They're here now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, where have you been?
On our way. It took a little while without having GPS on our phones. Yeah, Kat and I decided to give up our cell phones today. Were you trying to call?
Why would you do that on a day like today when we're filming?
It took me a little while. I had to stop and ask a few people for directions, but I'm here. I have no idea where Kat is, but I think we should get started.
Absolutely, because the crew's here ready to go. Let's go.
All right. Anna Marie, it is an honor to be here today at the James and Anna Marie Spilker building here at the new engineering quad at Stanford University, the epicenter of technology and innovation. Your husband, Dr. James Spilker, he made such an impact. I don't think an hour goes by. Just today, Kat and I are taking a day without our cell phones and just without the GPS system and everything we have through the technology. Could you tell us a little bit more about what led him to this incredible contribution to the world?
Jim came from a very humble background. He was very, very smart in school, so the teachers would give him extra special assignments in the areas of technology. And then he got a scholarship to Stanford University to study engineering. He was given a prestigious directorship position at one of the well-known aerospace companies right out of college, developing the precursor to GPS. Until that time, there was a lot of problems, inherent problems with GPS. So Jim came up with the mathematical constructs that allowed GPS to surpass the existing structure of GPS and make it a global resource.
I'm curious, what drove him to stay the course? I imagine there were the challenges.
Well, he figured he was on this earth to do something that could be useful. The challenges were almost insurmountable, and that was galvanizing to him to see if he could crack the code.
I remember first meeting you guys at our church. No one quite knew who Jim was. He was always working around the church. At one point, someone thought he was just sort of a handyman around the property. He was always fixing things and doing things. He was such a humble man. If you could just tell us a little bit more about his personal life.
His personal life is very much wrapped up in his professional life. He was a teacher and a mentor in his personal life and in his professional life. He developed an interest in bodybuilding and weightlifting and running, and he competed on the national stage in bodybuilding. And then he also competed in running in the 100-meter dash. And so we have a room full of trophies of that. His goal has always been to give, whether that was in his professional life or in his personal life, at the church, at various organizations where he could contribute in any way that he felt was of service.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like receiving the Queen Elizabeth Prize?
It was one of the thrills of his life. The Queen Elizabeth Prize was one of the pinnacles to recognize his success and achievements globally. And Jim bought 2 brand new suits, one for the announcement in February and one for the awards ceremony. Unfortunately, he passed away in September of 2019, so I went in his place. Prince Charles was in attendance to give us the award.
It's amazing that you were able to still go with everything going on. It's beautiful. So Anna Marie, I just want to thank you, as I know you were married to Jim for 47 years after meeting here on the Stanford campus, and for both of your contributions and you and his support of his work. I don't know if we would have what we have today, I believe, without your marriage and without your support of him. So thank you very much on behalf of the whole world.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you again. This was wonderful having this time today, and it's beautiful. Kat, where have you been?
I finally found you guys.
Yeah, we totally missed you. Missed the whole entire interview.
Well, I had to use an actual map. I tried to drop my pin. There's no
Oh my
Siri
gosh,
telling me
I am
where to
so
go. I needed my phone.
A day without the cell phone. Sorry, Kat. I actually had to ask like 5 people on the way, but at least I found it.
Yeah.
So
You made better time than me.
yeah, well, good job. We're glad you're here.
Well, and luckily now we have a GPS.
Yes.
Yes, and that's right. And GPS also is instrumental in navigation for ships, airplanes, automobiles, and tractors.
And finding your teenagers when
And
they're not home.
tractors.
And tractors. It is so cool being here on the Stanford campus. Not just GPS, but think of all the innovation that has happened here that has affected the whole entire world.
Absolutely. I mean, alumni from just this school alone have founded the major tech companies like HP, Sun, Google. I mean, Yahoo. We're standing here right in front of the Yahoo building.
There's a Yahoo building?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yes.
Yeah, not to mention that LinkedIn and Snapchat also came out of this campus.
Yes.
And a stone's throw from Apple and Facebook. It's incredible, this place. So what do we do next? How do we top it?
I think that we should go and visit the HP garage, really where it all started.
Cool. How do we get there?
I've got my map.
What a beautiful neighborhood. And what is this? The birthplace of Silicon Valley, this little garage back here?
This is
Tell
it.
us about that.
Well, between 1938 and 1940, Hewlett and Packard lived and worked here. They created the first HP computer systems, which literally gave rise to the first high-tech area in the world.
Wow. And what would it look like to live nearby here in a home that you designed for your own dream house, right?
Oh, I would love that.
So let's go check out the vacant lot. This is so exciting. Wait a second. We should get a photo really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Kat. Our phones.
You too.
How are we going to take a picture?
Yeah, wait.
house junkie, and I think all the time about being able to build my dream home. Because I tell you, in my own house, I have no idea what the architect was thinking.
Yeah, I hear that all the time.
But you've built quite a lot of homes. So what are the 3 things that I need to know if I'm really going to pursue this and build the house of my dreams?
Number 1 is make sure the lot's buildable. Understand the zoning and what can be built. Make sure it is going to be a buildable lot. Second one would probably be how the financing works. It's not like a typical house loan. You would buy a lot first, and there are loans with, you usually need a larger down payment. And then once you own the lot, you have something called soft costs, which are anywhere from $80,000 to $150,000 of things like soils permits, surveys, fire sprinkler plans, the architect, the structural engineer, and then that's not even including all the permits that the local jurisdictions are going to require. So that's another, $100,000 easy, probably $150,000 of cash in hand. And then beyond that, you're going to go hire those contractors, and you're going to, depending on your finishes, be anywhere from $400 a square foot to $500, $600, $700, $800 a square foot, depending on how you're building. And a foundation on a steep lot could even add another $150,000 on top of that.
So Juliet, what can you tell us about this lot here at 9 Buck Meadow in Portola Valley?
Well, this was a special lot because it's actually the last lot that is available to build on in this Blue Oaks neighborhood. And we've seen properties in here sell anywhere from $6 million to $16 million. So you can imagine what you could do. This lot specifically is set up for a house for around 5,000 square feet. And I think you would be standing right here in the kitchen looking out to these beautiful hills. So really sky's the limit with what you could do here.
Judy, are you sold?
Absolutely, let's get started.
All right, well, we got to give the architect a call.
Oh,
wait a minute.
no.
Okay, look, you two, take and hold on to your phones.
Yes, we got our phone back.
Back to technology.
So if you're interested in looking how to build your dream home, be sure to give the Kulda Group a call. We'll be waiting. I've got my phone back.
Next, we get to sit down with the Kuldas as they sat down with Rick Cunningham of Keller Williams. We get to check out this next segment right now.
Hello, honored here to be interviewing today with Rick Cunningham. Rick, I'm so excited to see your recent award from the Swano poll, recognizing you as one of the top leading professionals in real estate in the country. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and for those of you that might not know Rick Cunningham, he's the owner and operator of several of our Keller Williams offices throughout California and Hawaii. And I've been honored to be a part of the Keller Williams business here at the Coastside office in Half Moon Bay with Rick the last 7 years. So super excited to have you on today, Rick. Yeah, so I'm hoping we can just touch a little bit on 2020 coming out of last year, obviously with the backdrop of COVID. Hopefully we're with a vaccine and we're going to start seeing some hope as we pull out and the opening of the market and the economy this year in 2021. I'm curious what you think we're going to see with from the mortgage rates to home prices, what the recovery might look like. And I'd love to touch on Prop 19 and how that's going to affect us here in California. So you want to dive in maybe a little bit about 2020? I know that you have not just real estate offices, but other offices like coffee shops and things. So I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on how this unemployment has hit different areas and different industries in different ways.
Yeah, so there's something called, it's a K-shaped recovery. So there's the people that are really succeeding in the economy in 2020 and moving forward into 2021. But like real estate, we're shocked and surprised how well real estate is performing, but it makes sense when we look, back at 2020 and the reasons why. Unlike my coffee shops, which are hemorrhaging like any restaurants out there. And again, so I personally experienced the difference between businesses excelling in a COVID environment versus ones that are not. So it is a K-shaped recovery. And again, you just have to look at like the fundamentals of the industry that people are in and whether it's performing or not performing.
One thing I don't know if any of us could have predicted in first quarter, second quarter last year, we were already heading into one of the best real estate markets I think we were ever going to see in 2019. It was up, it was great. Wheels fell off in the second quarter. We had to relearn how to, do our business again, and can we do our business, and how are we going to do it? Then third and fourth quarter prices went up year over year, a good 12 and 14%. We're seeing throughout California alone. So our area here, we didn't predict that surge in prices. I'd be curious, Rick, what do you think, where are we headed in 2021 with prices, in your opinion, when it comes to rates? That's a big question now. And also, can these prices hold throughout the year, in your thoughts?
I do believe rates are going to stay low until the vaccine is really readily available and most people are vaccinated. I think that until such time, that is one of the tools that I think the Federal Reserve will work with the government to keep the rates low in order to keep the government stimulated. I think they have to. However, on the flip side, that actually you'd think it would cause a lot more sales. In reality, it causes buyers not to move as quickly as they would, because if they felt interest rates were going to increase, they would actually potentially move quicker on making a purchase now. So buyers are taking more of a wait and see. But the problem is the market is so hot and accelerated. It's the lack of inventory continues to be our biggest problem. It was our problem before COVID because of we're at crisis level housing, because the problem was after the 2008 recession, and there was such an overbuild of real estate housing stock that we never got back on track for the whole housing nationwide, not just California, but California is problematic too. But there's not enough housing stock to meet the demand of the growth of our population.
Yeah, I think touching on just the shortage of inventory, despite everything that's happening out there with work from home, and a lot of companies are moving to different areas out of Bay Area. I know we had a listing last weekend where we had 40 showings. We had agents had to make appointments throughout the day, and we were booked for 2 straight days. They couldn't even get in to see the house. We're expecting 6 to 10 offers on that property today. So we are seeing a demand. So I think you touched on shortage of inventory. You expect that to keep our prices at least hopefully level, maybe even staying, maybe even higher this year.
Yeah, I believe they'll be higher. The residential market, I believe, to be much higher.
So
I shouldn't say much higher. I believe, if it's 4 to 5%, when you're talking about an average price point in the territories that we operate, we're talking about a significant increase in that overall actual cash value.
So we're talking specifically here on California, probably Bay Area, LA County, Hawaii. I'm not sure, every areas can be a little different. We do expect ripple effects, obviously, but it sounds like you're saying because of shortage of inventory, rates are still going to stay low. That we do not expect a change in prices and maybe even go up. And I guess my big question we hear a lot is, how is this different from 2008, 2009? I mean, people are nervous that the prices are going to go 25%, 30%. We're going to see short sales. How is this different?
It's completely different. And it's based on fundamentals such as the Dodd-Frank legislation. Mm-hmm. Dodd-Frank came in and really changed the way the mortgage underwriting was done. And so now more than ever in history, not only do homeowners have more equity in their properties, but the banks have more on their balance sheets. So it doesn't mean that we won't have short sales or foreclosures. It just means that we will not have the impact like we did before. That it was a domino effect. So once you have too much housing stock, there was stated income, stated asset loans. Nobody had enough skin in the game, and therefore they left. And once the prices started tumbling, then it was causing the next group down to say, you know what, the prices are now lower than my mortgage too. I might as well walk away. And there wasn't this kind of repercussion about it. But right now, people have too much equity. So people are not going to walk away from their equity. And there wasn't things such as like iBuyer platforms, auctions at a level that it is now. So there is distribution channels that didn't exist at the level they do at the current time. And then people have too much equity. So they're going to look at, how do I sell my house right now in the next 7 days so that way I avoid foreclosure, I get my property, and I get as much equity as I can, and I can walk away and move on with my life. And now I don't have the credit problem that they've experienced in the past. So we will not, absolutely, I bet my entire career on the fact, we will not have the economic problem that we have in 2008 as long as this pandemic can be wrapped up and we can have the majority of the population and we can get our economy back in a pretty good semblance of what it was pre-COVID. If you're not going to buy or sell right now, then go refinance, because chances are that your rate is at least, half a point, maybe in 3/4 of a point higher than it is right now. And you could refinance out of that and get a lower rate, or why not change it and convert it to a 15-year note and get it paid down quicker for about the same amount of money. So we've never seen the refinance rates happening at the speed that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, our lenders are busy. So just on a last note here, Prop 19, Rick. So can you tell us a little bit how Prop 19 now opens the doors for people to keep those property taxes low?
Yeah, so what you're referring to that has been in existence, it's been in existence since 1978. It's called Prop 13. And yes, a one-time where you could move your tax basis. And the way it worked is every year your property taxes goes up by 2%. So the longer you stay in your house and the older you are, the better the advantage of the tax basis being able to be moved, right? So now you can move the tax. So there's a pro and con to Prop 19. On the positive side for homeowners, you can move your tax basis up to 3 times. You no longer have to downsize. You can actually buy a more expensive house. So you can move your tax basis that exists. So let's say that you have $1 million house and now you want to buy a $2 million house. You're 62 years old. You want to make the move right now. You can move the tax basis of that $1 million on the same rate that you have. And then you pay the market rate difference on the $1 million difference if you want to buy up. So that's how they account for that. Again, it can be done up to 3 times. You can
and
also,
all of California,
instead of just 9
now.
counties, now it's the entire state.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you. That's definitely going to be open up some doors for people and to move into different areas and different counties.
That was the effect of it is the expectation that people will now sell. Some people will have to sell because they inherited it. So because the tax basis goes up, and maybe like if they do own a strip center and 2 of their tenants now are not paying rent and vacating, they're going to have to sell, and they probably have good equity, and they may need to sell that property, and now that creates a sale. On the flip side, all of a sudden you have these seniors that felt like they're trapped in their homes. Now they have the ability to sell that housing stock, and so therefore now you get 2 more transactions: the list side in which they sell, and a usual purchase on where they're buying and relocating. And oftentimes they're relocating to where their children are.
That's great advice. Well, thank you so much, Rick, for your time today. Really enjoyed hearing your thoughts on coming out of 2020 as we're heading into 2021. It's going to be an exciting year. Any of you out there that have any questions about your local markets, please reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you. It's going to be an exciting time.
If you're looking for homes in the San Francisco Mid-Peninsula area, you are in luck. The Kuldas have their latest listings just for us. Let's check them out.
Embrace coastal living at 152 Catalina Avenue. Renovated home in Pacifica's charming Fairmont neighborhood, a fantastic location south of San Francisco and within easy access to the best of the peninsula. Updated and equipped for your space and recreation needs, enter this welcoming home and be greeted by the light-filled living room complemented by hardwood floors, an illuminating large window and cozy wood-burning fireplace. The floor plan flows into the tastefully remodeled kitchen and adjacent dining area. 3 bedrooms and a full bathroom are upstairs, while the lower level features a separate family room with wet bar, 2 additional bedrooms, as well as a second full bathroom. With a 6,200 square foot lot, the spacious backyard includes a large patio and shed. Enjoy privacy and serene living while conveniently close to San Francisco International Airport, local beaches, as well as Highway 1 and Skyline Boulevard for commute routes. Modern elegance and coastal charm unite at 281 Bay Hill Road in Half Moon Bay's sought-after gated community of Ocean Colony. Built in 2014, this stunning residence with tasteful finishes shows like new. Featuring hardwood floors, high ceilings, crown molding, a fireplace in the living room and dining room off the light-filled and airy chef's kitchen. This inviting home provides a cozy yet stylish living space and room for your lifestyle and recreational needs. Functionally designed with a ground floor bedroom and full bathroom, a staircase in the foyer leads to the upper level, which includes the master suite, complete with sizable bathroom and walk-in closet, 2 additional bedrooms, a 3rd bathroom, and large laundry room. The backyard has a spacious patio for you to relax and enjoy the ocean air. Ocean Colony offers amenities such as golf, tennis, spa, and exercise facilities, located less than a mile from Redondo Beach and the Coastal Trail, as well as within close proximity to the Ritz-Carlton, downtown Half Moon Bay, and commute routes for San Francisco and Silicon Valley. .519 Alto Avenue in Half Moon Bay, an exceptional modern beach house with spectacular ocean and mountain views. Situated in the desirable Miramar neighborhood, this 1,700 square foot reverse floor plan coastal getaway is accentuated by hardwood floors, soaring, vaulted ceilings with illuminating skylight, and west-facing windows to showcase the breathtaking Pacific Ocean. Relish the ocean air from the balcony off the living room, then make your way to the spacious chef's kitchen, which includes Thermador gas range, wine refrigerator, quartz countertops, large island and adjacent dining area complete with cozy fireplace. 3 bedrooms along the 2.5 bathrooms occupy the lower level. Private backyard features a detached garage, deck, and lawn area. This central coastside location is equidistant from Pillow Point Harbor and historic downtown Half Moon Bay, while also within close proximity to schools, beaches, coastal trails, and commuter routes.
Thank you for watching this latest episode of The American Dream TV, based on lifestyle, culture, and real estate. Make sure you follow us on social media and engage in the conversation at The American Dream TV. We'll see you on the next episode, and in the meantime, I'm your host, Amy Scruggs, and cheers to your American dream.